International Congress of Unity in the Divine Will. That all may be one. Faithful Catholics, inspired by the spirituality of living in the divine will, gathered in Orlando, Florida for their Unity Congress. This event responded to the call of ecclesiastical authorities to unite as a family of the divine will and to grow in communion within the Church, following the example of the servant of God, LUISA PICCARRETA, who is in the process of beatification. This is how this beautiful Congress of Unity was experienced. To live it out in ecclesial communion, permission was requested from the Archbishop of Orlando, Monsignor John Noonan, who granted it in a very paternal manner. The organizers also contacted Father Esayu Garcia from Holy Cross Parish, who very kindly attended. He took care of all the liturgy and many other things. On the other hand, the Archbishop of Trani, Monsignor Leonardo D'Ascenso, was also informed, and he too gave his authorization. And finally, some members of the association were invited. LUISA PICCARRETA, Little Children of the Divine Will, from Corato. The speakers were priests, religious, and lay people who spread the message of living in the divine will, seeking to walk with the Church. The event began with Holy Mass and, as a special grace, some words of greeting and blessing sent to us by the Archbishop of Trani. Among the speakers were the vice postulator of Luisa's beatification cause, Father Sergio Pellegrini, the president of the association, Luisa Piccarreta of Corato, Enza Arbore, Anton de la Bucci, and Father Vincenzo Bovino from the Archdiocese of Trani. All of them emphasized in different ways unity with the Church and also unity among the brothers and sisters of the divine will, including some original ideas. The other speakers continued to enrich these topics from different perspectives, complementing them with additional subjects and interspersing their interesting testimonies and experiences. All the presentations featured simultaneous translation into the other two languages. So all the conferences were heard in English, Spanish, and Italian. In addition, there were moments of reflection and communal prayers, some of which were inspired by the writings of Luisa Piccarreta. In many of the prayers and celebrations, beautiful religious music was present. The Blessed Sacrament was exposed throughout the entire Congress, and there were always people accompanying it and praying. At the Saturday Mass, we had the grace of having the local bishop, Monsignor Noonan, and around 24 concelebrating priests from various countries, among them some who are advisors to divine will groups appointed by their respective bishops, such as 2 priests from Monterrey, 1 from Outlan, and 1 from France. Another of the activities was a small commemorative tribute to the pioneers of the spread of the divine will, who did so in communion with the Church. At a certain moment at the beginning, the dear brothers and sisters who could not attend in person were mentioned, but who were spiritually united with us in intention and prayer.
The heavens above are truly rejoicing with great delight in the boundless joy of absolutely everyone who is here with us. The world, the universe, heaven is...
At the end, a space was opened for those who wished to share what they found most helpful, enjoyable, or beneficial from the Congress. A recognition and thanks to the many people who voluntarily and generously collaborated in various services so that everything would be well organized. Many participants, upon saying goodbye, expressed their satisfaction, their spiritual benefit, and their joy. The Congress was like a few days on Mount Tabor, a heavenly celebration, and moreover, it reaffirmed the mission of unity and spiritual family among those who live in the divine will. And it also stands as an invitation to more people, to more groups, to join this great family of the divine will on earth within the Church of Christ. Remember that walking in an ecclesial way helps us avoid misinterpretations or misguided interpretations, groups operating independently on the margins of the church, spiritual abuses of conscience, authority, and many other kinds. To foster communion, we will continue organizing retreats, as well as pilgrimages to Corato and an upcoming Congress, so you can stay informed and in touch.
Such a lofty work, such a sublime and unique mission, the call for you to be life in my will, would seem wrong to me if I did not have it pass through the organ of my church.
Behold the magnificent God of the radiant sun,